Today we are going to discuss the very important concept in marketing and consumer behavior. It's perception, attitude, and personality. Understanding these concepts is crucial because they shape every aspect of consumer decision making, from the initial awareness of the product to the final purchase and beyond. Let's dive into how consumers perceive products from attitudes, and how their personality influence their buying behavior. What is perception? Perception. Perception. And I would like to highlight that the teaching material comes from the textbook. It's a free resource online. Introduction to Consumer Behavior. You can download the book here. From this linkage, it's free share. What is perception? Perception is the process through which individuals select, organize, and interpret their sensory impressions to create a meaningful picture of the world. For example, when you see an Apple product, your perception might be influenced by its sleek design and prestige associated with the brand. Marketers need to understand the process to craft messages that effectively catch consumers' eye and convey the desired message. Perception refers to the process which individuals select, organize, and interpret sensory stimuli into a coherent picture of the world. You see the picture here. You use your eye to read, to watch, and of course your brain process the information, and you will explain what you saw and the meaning, right? That's a perception, how you perceive the situation. And you can use your hand, use your mouth, use your nose to smell, use your mouth, your tongue to taste, use your ear to listen. So there are so many different kinds of stimuli, and the stimuli you perceive, and your brain will process that reception, perception, then your action. Even different individuals have watch the same movie or read the same news. They can have different perception and develop different action and rationale toward the same stimuli. So everyone is different. Every consumer is different. But here we use the perception to describe how you connect to the world, how you explain the situation, and what's the reaction you make. The importance of perception. It helps understand how consumers make decisions, guides marketers in delivering more effective message. For example, if the typhoon comes, there are so many people will feel nervous. They worry about during the typhoon they will run out of food. They may go to the supermarket to buy lots of the food, right? For some people, but some people don't think it's a big problem. That doesn't matter. They will not take action. They just keep their their everyday life didn't change. So different consumer will have different perception of the same news toward the same situation. That's a perception. And the marketers will choose some people, the target is their target audience, to craft the message to arouse attention and try to influence them, try to sell product. For example, during the typhoon, you may watch some TV commercial that the commercial say, "Typhoon is coming. Please buy more instant noodle and water to prepare for your family." Right? That's a typical, classical typhoon TV advertisement to remind people you should prepare more. Maybe you should prepare the food, the rice, instant noodle, even the battery for your light, right? During emergency situation, and you should move your car to a safe place. So, understanding perception helps us grasp how consumers make decisions. It guides marketers in creating effective communications that align with how consumers view and interpret information. For instance, using high contrast colors on website can attract more attention, while a pleasant fragrance in a store might enhance the shopping experience, influencing consumers' perception positively. So to try to arouse attention, to attract more attention in the store or by commercial. And sensory system and sensory threshold. Definition: sensory system, the immediate response of our sensory receptors to basic stimuli. The five senses: sight, smell, sound, taste, touch. Sight, of course, by your eyes. Smell, by your nose. Sound, by your ears. Taste, by your tongue. And touch, by your hand, by your skin. And sensory threshold is the absolute threshold, the minimum stimuli required to detect a particular stimulus. The minimum, if the sound is too low, you cannot listen, you cannot find, right? If the text, the image is too small, you cannot notice, right? So that's the meaning of the threshold. The threshold of something is the minimum stimuli required to detect a particular stimulus. For example, the fragrance samples in a department store, the fragrance samples that should be strong enough to stronger than the minimum stimuli, otherwise you cannot smell it. And bright colors in a website banner, the website banner should be big enough and the color should be bright enough. Otherwise, you could be overwhelmed by the all information in the website. You cannot find it, right? So the threshold is very important when you try to develop a message for consumer. You have to make sure the threshold is achieved, is the target. The threshold is over. The image is stronger than the threshold. So our sensory systems are gatekeepers of perception. They respond to basic stimuli like light, sight, smell, sound, taste, and touch. The absolute threshold is the minimum stimulus needed to detect a particular sensation. Marketers use this knowledge to design sensory marketing strategy. For example, a subtle yet distinct scene in a hotel lobby can create a memorable brand experience. In a luxury hotel, when you enter the lobby, you smell, wow, that's good smell. So that will increase your memory, strong, reinforce, enhance your memory, good memory of the hotel. And the factor and the perception process. The perception process is the sensory stimuli and deliver the sensory stimuli. Then you can receive the stimuli by the sensory receptor, right? You expose by your hand, by your tongue, by your eye. You can smell it. You watch it. You listen to it. The music. The perceptual process begins when our sensory receptors, eyes, ears, tongue, nose, and skin, come in contact with sensory stimuli, sight, sounds, taste, odors, and textile around us. So the picture from the book. The pictures from the book is provided by Andrea Nielsen, the author. I think that's the author. It's an open source, OpenED. Okay, so the same textbook, Introduction to Consumer Behavior. So we are exposed to a infinite amount of stimuli every day, some of which we pay attention to, and some we tune out completely. Those we perceive our attention, that receive our attention, we evaluate and interpret their meaning based on our methods of cognitive and behavior processing. So based on your methods of cognitive and behavioral processing, after time, some of these stimuli become adept, and we cease to remark on our significance. Yes, the textbook is provided by Andrea Nielsen. The author is Andre Nielsen. A very good book online. You can download it. And the picture also comes from the same textbook, Introduction to Consumer Behavior. And next slide is consumer. You see, on the street, you walk on the street. Consumers are exposed to thousands of marketing image. Marketing image every day, and message, the sound, the banner, the advertisement, the music, even the street staff, the vendor shout, try to attract your attention to buy. Please come in and see it. Please try our product. Right? They are all stimuli. So how many we actually pay attention to depends on our needs, wants, and the ability of marketers to stand out in the crowd. It's difficult to stand out, right? There are so many advertisements, so many stimuli. So for marketers, you have to make your stimuli, your advertisement, your message stand out. So as and in digital era, with your mobile phone, you receive a lot of notification, right? Push notification, a lot of message, a lot of information, email, push notification from your mobile book, from your mobile phone. So we are bombarded, we're overwhelmed by the information. So perception is very important, how we perceive. So attention. So attention is the next part of perception process, in which we focus our attention on certain incoming sensory information. Attention is the first step. The marketer try to influence, catch your attention, and you notice the new product, you notice the advertisement, then you receive the information, you process it, then your attitude may change. You may like the product, and you will take action to purchase. You try and you pay. So attention and selective attention. Since we cannot tune in every one of the thousands of image or message we exposed to daily, we tend only pay attention to information we perceive to meet our needs or interests. This type of selective attention, here is the key word, selective attention can help us meet critical needs and get things done. So that's a term describe our focused commitment to only some of the stimuli and sense that we come in contact with, based on what is relevant to our needs and our interest. So you selective to receive the attention based on your personal interest and based on your personal needs. That's a selective attention. And 5 ways to command a receiver's attention: the size, the color, the position, the placement, the shake. The size of the advertisement, the color is if the bright strong enough for you, and the position of the advertisement, position of the message. Sometimes it's very easy to be overlooked. And interpretation, seeing a luxury car and associating it with a status. Oh, you drive a Mercedes-Benz, you are a successful businessman. Oh, you fly in a business class seat. Oh, you are so successful, you are rich, right? You're seeing an example, you associate with something. So that's an interpretation, how you interpret the image. But everyone can have a different interpretation. And next slide is factor influencing perception. Several factors influence how we perceive stimuli. They include individual factors like your past experience and expectations, and environmental factor like context and timing. If you are tired, if you are hungry, so you will have a different perception because you are too hungry. So every food is so delicious. That's how you. It's not because the restaurant is the food of the restaurant is delicious. It's because you are so hungry, right? If you are hungry, you can eat everything. You can enjoy every meal because you are hungry. There's an environmental factor like context and timing, and cultural and social factor like norms and social influence. For example, during the holiday season, during the New Year, during the Christmas, you can be influenced by the situation. So you are in a good mood or in a bad mood. In Valentine's Day, right? People getting together, they are during the contest, you have a different perception. So during the holiday season, consumers are more receptive to discount offers, perceiving them more positively due to festival context. Past experience, previous interaction with the brand, your expectation, perceived notions about quality, preconceived notions about quality, motivations, personal needs and desire. If you love Apple products, you might perceive a new iPhone more favorably. Environmental factors, where and when consumers experience the product. Timing, seasonal or time of the day influence. complexity. Simplicity, complexity is in design and layout. Example, holiday season discounts attract more attention and positive perception. And cultural and social factors, cultural-based beliefs and values. Because you're different, you come from different country, right? So based on different culture and belief and value, you will have different perception. Maybe it will be influenced by social influence, by friends, family, and social media, and by emotional context, by mood or emotional state at the time. In Japan, minimalistic design is often seen as sophisticated due to culture norms, like the brand Muji, right? Muji is a good example. I think Uniqlo is also an example. It's a minimalistic. So implication for marketers. So brand product positioning, how to place a product in consumers' mind, and advertising strategy, how to catch attention and engage to consumer. Sensory branding, use sense to create brand identity. Understanding perception can significantly enhance product positioning, advertising strategies. Sensory branding, which involves engaging consumer sense, can help create unique brand identity. A great example is Apple's clean and minimalist product design, which align with its brand identity of simplicity and innovation. Next terminology is personality. That means what kind of person you believe you are. You believe what kind of person you are. Personality refers to the unique physiological characteristics that lead to relatively consistent patterns of behavior in response to certain situations. In consumer behavior, personality trait can affect preference, choice, and the overall decision-making process. You drive BMW because you believe your personality is. You wear Nike because you think what kind of person you are. You eat healthy food because you think the healthy food fits better to your personality, right? So what kind of person you are is a personality, is a belief of your personality. Personality refers to the unique physiological characteristic that lead to consistent response. It's a consistent response to external environment. In marketing, understanding personality helps predict consumer behavior. For instance, impulse buyers might respond more positively to time limit offers, whereas brand-conscious consumers might prefer advertisement that emphasize quality and exclusivity. So you prefer quality or prefer limit offer, prefer discount. Depends on your personality. So some people have a personality that predisposes them to make quick purchasing decisions, often without much thought. But brand-conscious consumers, individuals with personality that value status and quality, are more likely to purchase well-known high-end brands. And eco-conscious consumers, personality traits such as openness to experience and consciousness might lead consumers to prefer eco-friendly or sustainable products. Attitude. What is the attitude? Attitude refers to a consumer's consistently favorable or unfavorable feelings, tendencies, or evaluations towards an objective or idea. In consumer behavior, attitude predict intention, and they are shaped by personal experience, belief, and external influence. In short, attitude is the positive or negative feeling, behavior, a feeling response toward an objective or idea. How do you think about Nike? Do you like McDonald's? What's your opinion about travel to Europe, to US? You have your belief, you have your attitude, right? Attitude. So attitude encompasses a consumer's favorable or unfavorable evaluation, emotional feelings or action tendencies toward some objective or idea. You may like or unlike, love or hate something. If the attitude is strong enough, the attitude is strong enough, we can say you love or hate some brand. Attitudes strongly influence buying behavior and can predict how consumer will react to a product or a brand. For example, consumer with positive attitude toward eco-friendly product is more likely to purchase from brand and are perceived as sustainable. Would you like to pay more for an eco-friendly brand? I don't know. Then how much will you pay more to a eco-friendly brand? Now you buy the drink, right, with your own cup. You can save 5 NT, right? So you go to 7-Eleven to buy a cup of coffee. If you use the cup they provide, that will increase the price 5 NT. If you use your sustainable reusable cup by yourself, you can save $5. Nowadays I use this kind of use my own cup to save money and to support the sustainable environment. But are you driven by the discount or by the positive attitude to environmental protection? I don't know. So that's an attitude toward the green product, green marketing. So let's watch the TV commercial. Possession. The commercial is provided by Coca-Cola. It's a very successful campaign. You can print your name on the bottle. It's a shake a call with what? With your friend, shake a call. You get together, you will enjoy the delicious Coke. So by personalizing bottles, Coca-Cola changed how consumers see and engage with the brand on a personal level. It shifted from being just another beverage to a personal experience that can be shared with friends. Sharing is caring, right? Share with friends and loved one. So you print their name on the bottle, then you buy it and give the Coke to your friend, then you enjoy, you drink it together. That will also change your attitude. The personal touch positively influences consumers' attitude toward the brand, making it appear more friendly and caring. We reinforce the social enjoyment aspect of the consuming a Coke, which can lead to increased consumer preference and loyalty. That's a very successful and classical campaign. Share a Coke with your friend. Brand loyalty. If someone has a positive attitude toward Apple products due to their design and functionality, they are more likely to continue buying this product in the future. So you can make sentence by the terminology you learned today. Here we use attitude, right? Correctly use the term is very important. Use the terminology to explain. Positive attitude toward Apple and negative attitude towards fast food. A consumer might avoid fast food not just for health reasons, but due to a general negative attitude towards the ethics of concern of certain fast food chains, right? Some people may say, oh, it's a garbage food, right? It's not health, it's garbage food. But I like fast food. I like fast food restaurant. And price sensitivity. So my attitude toward fast food restaurant is not so negative. I think they try to produce health, clean, good service product, and they keep the service standard high and consistent. So I enjoy to have a meal in fast food restaurant. And price sensitivity, an attitude towards spending can significantly influence a person's buying decision. Some may look for value for money deals, while others may not consider price a critical factor. How about you? Are you a big spender? When you spend money, you feel you have a bad feeling to spend money, or you don't have any negative feeling? You think money is, you receive money to spend, right? The money is for spending. Otherwise, why you have money? So you are rich until you spend the money. If you save the money, how can you enjoy the meal? How can you enjoy the world, right? You can experience the wonderful world by spending. That's your attitude toward money. But for some people, they want to save the money. They are more happy to save $1 than to spend $1, right? Saving give them more happiness, more achievement than spending the money. So that's the attitude. It's not about right or wrong. It's just a personal attitude. There are different kind of people. So there's an interplay between perception and personality. Perception acts as a filtering process that determines how external stimuli are organized and interpreted. And personality traits often influence these perceptual filters, shaping how information is processed and understood. So they interpret. For example, a consumer with risk-averse personality may perceive an advertisement for extreme sports activity as hazardous or unappealing. This because their personality traits affect how they interpret and make sense of sensory stimuli. So their personality will influence your perception. And perception and attitude. Perception also plays a role in the formation and the modification of attitudes. How a consumer perceives a product or service can positively or negatively influence their attitude towards it. For example, suppose a consumer perceives a new line of electric cars as not just eco-friendly but also a high-performance vehicles. This perception can lead to a favorable attitude toward electric cars, making them more likely to purchase one. So there's an interplay between perception, personality, and attitude. The relationship between perception, personality, and attitude is dynamic. It's actually dynamic. Perception acts as a filter through which sensory information is interpreted. Attitudes are formed based on these perceptions, and personality influence both perception and attitude formation. For instance, a consumer who values sustainability is the personality, sustainability, and might perceive a brand like Patagonia positively is a perception, and develop a strong brand loyalty. That's an attitude. That's an attitude, right? Let's watch the commercial from Apple.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
So Apple think different, targeting innovators, creative, and visionary. This campaign speaks directly to those who see themselves as part of the norm, who value creativity and innovation. Apple positions itself not just a technology provider, but also as an essential tool for innovation and creativity. So this rebranding was crucial in altering consumer perception of Apple as a brand that supports people who think different. It's a good commercial. And personality significantly impact the formation of attitudes. Attitudes are often a reflection of an individual's underlying personality trait, influencing how they respond to products, service, and brands. Example, an individual with personality that values tradition and conformity may have a positive attitude toward brands that have been around for a long time and are seen as reliable or trustworthy. I think Japan consumer have a personality to cherish tradition, right? So there are so many stores who have opened hundreds of years in Japan, and their grandfather, father, son, grandson, they continue their business in Japan. So that's influenced by their culture, right? Also by their personality and their attitude toward a long history store. Here is another example from Nike. A good TV commercial. Let's watch together.
If we show emotion, we're called dramatic. If we want to play against men, we're nuts. And if we dream of equal opportunity, delusional. When we stand for something, we're unhinged.
It's Sue Bird's gonna need to calm down.
When we're too good, there's something wrong with us. And if we get angry, we're hysterical, irrational, or just being crazy. But a woman running a marathon was crazy.
Officials tried to pull her off the course.
A woman boxing was crazy. A woman dunking? Crazy. Coaching an NBA team? Crazy. A woman competing in a hijab, changing her sport, landing a double cork 1080, or winning 23 Grand Slams, having a baby, and then coming back for more? Crazy, 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 and crazy. So if they want to call you crazy, fine. Show them what crazy can do.
Nike, just do it. It's not crazy, right? It's not crazy. You should dream. You should be a crazy man. You see the slogan? It's only crazy until you do it. If you don't do it, it's not crazy. So personality, this Nike campaign resonates with individuals who have proactive, determined, and athletic personality. It speaks to those who are motivated by self-improvement and resilience. Attitude. The motivational tone of the campaign fosters a positive attitude toward athletic endeavors and self-challenge. It encourages consumers to think of Nike as a partner in their athletic and personal achievement. So the trap: perception, personality, and attitude. The interplay of perception, personality, and attitude is cyclical and dynamic. Perception influences attitude formation. Attitudes can shape perceptions, and both are influenced by underlying personality traits. Let's consider a consumer named Sarah, who values sustainability. Is a quote, right? Personality. She perceived a new brand of sneakers made from recycled material positively. Is a perception, which aligns with her value. This favorable perception leads to a positive attitude towards the brand, making her more likely to purchase the sneakers and even become a brand advocate. So that's a trait. There's the interplay of perception, personality, and attitude. I hope my explanation can help you to understand the theory that you can correctly use the terminology to explain the marketing campaign.